Is Deontay Wilder too soon for Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury is coming off a 2.5 year layoff. Other than his two mediocre opponents he has faced, Sefer and Francisco Pianeta, he has not been in the ring. He stopped Seferi in the fourth round after Seferi quit. He didn't want any more of that. He was doing okay, I guess, in the first 3 rounds, but as soon as Tyson Fury put any kind of pressure on him, he quit. He didn't want no more of that. Then Tyson Fury got in the ring with Francisco Pianeta and he kind of laboured over 12 rounds, but it's not the kind of fight that Tyson Fury could ever really get up for. It wasn't a world title fight. It wasn't a prestigious opponent, so I guess he kind of just coasted through that fight. For this one, though, he will be training and preparing diligently, and he will have to put a good performance in the ring, and he knows that, so he will be in the best shape possible and have the best mindset he can possibly have going into this fight. If he doesn't, then he's going to be in for a hard and painful night, I think, because Deontay Wilder, he has been waiting for a big fight, a big opportunity like this. He got that partly with Ortiz, but this is the one for Deontay Wilder, the fight he's been craving, the big fight, the one with a British opponent, because it has kind of been British versus America in recent times with boxing, where that's concerned, so it's kind of that rivalry in a way. They're obviously allies, but rivalry in sport, so he wants to take on an undefeated British champion. He couldn't get Anthony Joshua, so he's going for Tyson Fury. That was obviously the controversy, who didn't want the fight, who did want the fight with Anthony Joshua. Let's put that aside for a minute. This is the fight that is happening. So, Tyson Fury, he's tall, he's long, and he is a good slick boxer. Some people disagree. They say it's not boxing, it's just an unconventional, awkward fighting style. But nonetheless, it wins him fights, and big fights, like the one against Vladimir Klitschko. He outpointed Klitschko clearly on Klitschko's own turf. They could not even sway that decision to Klitschko's way. So it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Tyson Fury will be awkward and very, very frustrating for Deontay Wilder in the early rounds. That will be Tyson Fury's game plan, I think, to unsettle the champion and try and get him doing what he wants. Tyson Fury said, when you're fighting an opponent, you want to fight when they want to box, and you want to box when they want to fight. And that is very, very true. That speaks to how much of a boxing brain Tyson Fury has and how much he understands about the game. He is very, very knowledgeable when it comes to boxing, and that is what gets him through fights. Not necessarily his speed and movement, his willpower and his willingness to learn and overcome every obstacle. He seems to have a solution for everything that happens in the ring, even getting knocked down. I remember when Tyson Fury first came through and he was fighting on Channel 5 in the UK. That is our Channel 5 if you're from America. He was fighting on that, and for the first few fights he was doing well, but his nutrition and training wasn't on par with what it is now, because he seemed to get very tired as the fight went on, and at some points he looked like he was out on his feet against pretty mediocre opponents. And then it kind of clicked for Tyson Fury. He was managing to overcome these obstacles, overcome fatigue and that, because he was training properly and getting the right nutrition into his body. So he was lasting longer in fights and being able to go over the 12 rounds effortlessly. But obviously where he has abused his body recently with ballooning up in weight, I think he said he was nearly 28 stone or something like that. I'm maybe not that much, he might be exaggerating, but I mean, who am I to judge? Anyway, going up in weight like that and abusing his body the way he has, it's not going to be great, and it is going to take a toll on him. So we don't know whether he can do the 12 rounds with an opponent like Deontay Wilder. He done it fine against Pianeta, but Pianeta isn't like Wilder. He doesn't have the athleticism or the energy or the explosiveness. And with Pianeta, if he got hit by a few shots, it didn't really matter, because Pianeta was never really going to stop him or knock him out or even really hurt him or trouble him. But Deontay Wilder, even if he just clips him, it's going to hurt Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury knows that. So for the first 5, 6, 7 rounds even, Tyson Fury, I expect to be being awkward, moving well, and kind of frustrating Wilder. But that's when we'll know how good Tyson Fury can be after the 2.5 year layoff and what he done to his body. We'll know whether he can go into the later rounds, the championship rounds again, and recapture that form that he had against Vladimir Klitschko. If not, then obviously it's not going to be enough to beat Deontay Wilder, because he could win 8, 9, even 11 rounds. And if he gets tired, Deontay Wilder will get him, because Deontay Wilder doesn't get tired in fights. He only gets stronger as the fight goes on. And although he has knocked out 39 of his opponents, so we haven't really seen him go that far into the fight, The Bermane-Stavern fight really does speak to this. He didn't seem to tire that much at all in that fight. He was punching from the first round to the last round. So that shows the athleticism and the endurance of the Bronze Bomber. So no matter what, really, we have a fight on our hands on December 1st. What do you think, guys? Is it too soon for Tyson Fury, or is it just the right time? Did he need this at this time in his career? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please also like, share and subscribe to the channel Crunch Boxing and Sport.